Hi, I'm Jen Ibrahim, and I'm here in Alabama to meet one of our under 18 Torch Award winners for 2025, Zach Thomas. Zach and his two siblings were diagnosed with MPS I. However, when they were born, there was no newborn screening for MPS I. Zach, his mom Brooke, and their entire family were inspired to become advocates, and as we'll learn, their impact on the rare disease community in Alabama is impressive and will have long-term impact on other patients and families just like theirs. Zach and Brooke, thank you for joining us today. Tell us a bit about your journey with MPS I.
So Zachary was diagnosed when he was 12 months old. It was actually, we were really lucky. Our pediatrician had known someone with MPS I in his personal life.
I had a bone marrow transplant at 18 months, and I have other siblings who also have MPS.
So there's only 2 other families that we're aware of in the continental US that have 3 living children with MPS I. His sister was born and she had her transplant when she was 8 months old. And then his brother had a transplant when he was 4 months old.
When Zach's siblings were born and ultimately diagnosed with MPS I, Alabama wasn't screening and diagnosing newborns. How did that impact your experience?
Because of Zach's diagnosis, we knew to test, whereas most people wouldn't have that family connection and know. So Zach's brother and sister were able to start enzyme replacement therapy almost immediately. Having 2 other children that were diagnosed and able to start treatment earlier kind of made us the poster children for why newborn screening is a success and why it's important and that it works. So not to say that they don't have difficulties and they're not affected by the disease, but overall you can tell the difference. Zach has a little bit harder time orthopedically, and then some of the like cardiac involvement and corneal clouding involvement that he still has that his brother and sister just really don't have that.
You took your experience and you turned it into action. I know that progress in newborn screening can move very slowly, and not many advocates can claim to have the kind of success you've had here.
What we realized was that it was taking Alabama up to 8 years to add diseases to their newborn screening panel after it was added on the federal level. We attended a Rare Disease Day event with Alabama Rare at our state house back in 2019 when newborn screening reauthorization was a hot topic. Zach was always our front man. He was always the one shaking hands and meeting new people and telling everyone at the state house kind of his story and his brother and sister's story. The more that we were in the community and the more that we saw what was happening and we knew that this onslaught of diseases was about to hit the pipeline and a lot more were going to be added, we knew that we couldn't sit by and let Alabama stay behind.
Working with Alabama Rare, you advocated for the addition of MPS I and other MPS conditions for inclusion on the state newborn screening panel. And last year, the Zachary Thomas Newborn Screening Act passed here in Alabama. What would you like us to know about that act?
In all honesty, the legislature was not really our issue with the bill. We had support from the legislature. They knew that they wanted to get this done. We really wanted to work with the state, with the public health department and the legislature to make sure that we had a bill that was good for everyone, that was good for Alabama. I think it's really important for advocates to go into a piece of legislation or whatever it is that you're working on with the intent of supporting and helping the programs that may already be there and helping them improve, and not to just go in and bulldoze. This piece of legislation definitely did not happen overnight. It was several years of work in the middle of a pandemic, which affected everybody's ability to help regardless of their desire. And Zach was such a trooper. He was always ready to hop on a call and do damage control or drop everything and, drive 3 hours to Montgomery and meet with someone, or, take a tour, talk to the people at the state lab, which was really neat.
How does it feel to have your name on this act and know that it'll help families like yours for many years to come?
Feel a big deal. I want to help those in need. A big honor for my name to be on the Newborn Screening Act. It's gonna be really helpful in the long term. I love the legislature there.
Yeah, you made a lot of friends in the legislature.
Yeah.
They definitely were more keen to talk to you.
What does it feel like to win a 2025 Torch Award?
Make me feel great. Make me feel like I'm winning the Medal of Honor. But I am honored. I am shocked that they chose me to get the Choice Award.